This is the new HTC One smartphone. The HTC One is very similar to last year's HTC One. Here I have it right here. It's a little bigger. You can see this one's a 5-inch screen. This one was a 4.7-inch. The design still very kind of sexy and metallic. You got sort of a different finish here. But ultimately it's a very similar phone. What HTC has done, it's done some interesting things on the inside. So now there are new gestures. Tap it a couple times and it wakes up. And you can do, even from a dormant state, you can slide your finger up and it unlocks. And you can even do things like slide from the side. And it'll launch right into Blink Feed. And you may remember Blink Feed as this Flipboard-like experience that's basically your home screen on the HTC One. So you have all your tweets, all your Facebook updates, publications that you're interested in, even calendar reminders all appear in this feed. So it creates this snackable data that, you know, you're waiting in line somewhere, you pull out your phone and you don't even have to launch an app. It's all right here. So one of the big upgrades on the new HTC One is the camera. Here is the camera on the back. You can see it's actually 2 cameras. What this second camera is doing, this is a camera that's recording depth information. So when you take a photo, as I've done, you have this photo here, you can actually do some cool editing tricks like this neat little 3D effect. Since it has that depth information, you can get that cool kind of moving around kind of effect. Don't know how useful that is, but it's a neat trick to show your friends at the bar. So one of the things the HTC One has over most other phones are these great stereo speakers here. These speakers can play loud. So when you do something like you launch into a YouTube video and you want to show someone at a party or at the bar or even a subway platform, you can be confident this thing has the power to really belt that out and someone's going to hear you no matter what the ambient noise is. It's pretty impressive and not many phones can do that. So finally we have this cool little case that's sold separately. So you have a way to stick this into this neat little phone case. And it's fun because once I close it, watch, has this neat little time indicator readout, very nice. And even when it powered out, it still even does those gestures that I showed before. Pretty nice. Adjust the volume, you see that there, pretty cool. My problem with the case is that it doesn't really fold very well in the back when you're using it with one hand. It's a little annoying, but what are you gonna do? So ultimately, the new HTC One, it's a nice iteration on the old one, but it's not fundamentally different. There's some neat refinements. The design's cool. It's actually a little easier to hold in the hand because this is a smoother curve. They've refined the design certainly, but really not a big difference. If you bought last year's HTC One, I can't really recommend picking this up. But if you're looking for a phone, a new Android phone, and you don't mind the large 5-inch size, this is a great, great choice. And you're gonna love the camera and the speakers are just awesome. So that's the HTC One. Make sure to check out our other product reviews here. Drop by Mashable.com for more coverage of this and other great phones. And subscribe.